What's up guys, it's Rogue here and welcome back to yet another amazing video on the channel. For today I got a updated SalamanGREAT Deck Profile. I did my last profile around a month ago and I've been testing the deck non-stop since, and there's been quite a few changes to the deck which I felt warranted a new deck profile for you guys, because you guys do love salads, they always do really well. And yeah, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe. Like 90% of you who watch this video are not subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button. And without any further ado, let's get straight into the deck profile. So starting off with the main deck here, we of course got 40 cards. We're going to be starting off with the only SalamanGREAT monster we actually play at 3, which is of course SalamanGREAT Spinny. I still play this card at 3 because I like the ratio of salads I have currently in my deck. I think that having 3 Spinny is important because he's actually really good discard fodder, and of course he just revives himself, so I still think Spinny should be played at 3. Maybe with future testing in a future update video, maybe I would have dropped him down to 2, but for now 3 has been working perfectly fine for me. Moving on to a 2 of here, we got double Jack Jaguar. Of course we're playing 2 of him because we do play Pot of Desires, which is another reason why I do play triple Spinny. He's very good, basically just keeps you in the grind game, keeps your resources in your extra deck, keeps coming out, and basically just keeps generating himself as a body, so very good. As well, insane discard fodder. We got the one Foxy here, sorry. I'm playing the one Foxy because, in my opinion, I don't really want to be playing more because I don't really want to be seeing this card in my hand that much. Yes, it's great if you manage to get the excavation off, but for me that rarely ever happens just because my salad count is actually quite low compared to other profiles. I just mainly use him to send off Gazelle and then come back as an extender, and to get rid of a problem card, like for example there's a Floodgate that's annoying, just bring him out, boom, gets rid of the Floodgate. That's why I play one Foxy. The other one I've got the one Falco. He, in my opinion, is the weakest salad monster in the main deck, but I can't really find a good reason to cut him, sadly, because he is very insane. For example, if they make a Zeus, when you go first, they go second, they make a Zeus, and they basically send the entire field. You can then trigger your Gazelle, send Falco, and reset your counter trap. So that basically gives them the option of, do I Zeus again and basically use my last send to out the Gazelle and the trap, or do I just, you know, not use it basically, and then as soon as I use it, it's gonna get negated because they'll just flip the counter trap on me. So that is why I think Falco is actually quite good. As well as he's in the grave, he can bounce back Gazelle, just summon himself, so keeps, you know, your loops going, I guess, in a way. For the last salad here, of course, it is the best one, which is the Gazelle. If you can play him more, I would, of course. Sadly at 1 for now. I'm hoping Konami, you know, keeps giving this deck support in terms of bringing cards off the list. So they bought the Mirage Stallion, now maybe Gazelle or Circle to 2, and that's how we'll go. But yeah, Gazelle, we all know Gazelle does. It specials itself if a salad leaves the field and then sends a salad card from the main deck to the grave. That is very insane. So that's it for the salad monsters. I actually only play 8 in total, but there are a bunch of ways to see them that, you know, that isn't by drawing them, hence why I'm playing 8. The rest can just be other cards, which is why I really like salad. It's very versatile for your deck building. For my main starter here, I'm playing Triple Flame Buffalo. He is insane. In my opinion, he's better than Debug at the moment. They sort of change around depending on how the format is. I am playing the one Debug, of course, as well as another starter. I'm playing the Buffalo instead because you sort of just want to pitch your Cyburst monsters and draw into hand traps or traps to help you stop your opponent, because the meta decks are very explosive. Prankers just need one monster effect to go off and they have full combo. Tri-Brigade is also insane, just a lot of resources. You just need to be seeing a lot of hand traps. Drytron as well is scary. That is why I'm playing triple of the Flame Buffalo and only the one Debug. For my extenders here, I'm playing double Parallel Exceed. In my opinion, you shouldn't really drop him. I dropped him from 3 to 2 because seeing 2 in your hand is really bad in my opinion. You just sort of want to be using 1 from deck, and with 2, once you use the 1 out of your deck, you don't need to worry about drawing a dead copy. Like if you're playing 3, it gives you consistent access to your Abyss Dweller, which in my opinion is one of, if not the best Xyz monster at the moment, because it basically just wins you against most meta decks. Tri-Brigade use a lot of graveyard effects, which Abyss Dweller just says no. Prank Kids they literally cannot play because they need their Prank Kids effects to go off in the grave. Shaddolls as well lose very badly. Drytron lose very badly to Abyss Dweller as well, which is why in my opinion this guy is crucial to play. For our next extender here, we are just playing double Sea Archiver. He's a new addition. I actually dropped DD Crow. I dropped my double DD Crow to play double Sea Archiver just because I felt like the deck profile I did last time was very, very good, but it was missing, you know, body presence on the field, which is where Sea Archiver comes in. Of course, you can discard him with anything and he'll come back from the grave as long as you summon a monster underneath a Link Arrow. And of course, he's level 3, so that means Mirage Stalio, and you get to keep him in the grave and basically keep recurring him. So the reason he's very recurable is why I'm not playing 3, but 2, in my opinion, has been working perfectly. So that is it for the actual monsters that we're going to be playing onto the field. And now we're going to move on to the hand traps. So we got triple Ash here. Of course, Ash is a staple because she's fire, allows you to add her back from the graveyard very, very frequently and use her again, so very nice. Double Ghost Bell, in my opinion, one of the best, if not tied for the best hand trap at the moment, along with Gamma. Just crazy card because stops many things, stops an Adir's Servant, stops the Drytrons, stops your Schisms, stops your Invocations, just insane card. I'm only playing 2 of this and 3 of the Ash because Ash is fire, so in worst case scenario you can normal summon an Ash and continue into your Salads and allows for recursion, hence why I'm playing 3. But Ghost Bell is very, very insane. And then we got double Effect Veiler. I'm still testing out Effect Veiler. It's been decent for me. You could switch it out for Droll or whatever, but I feel like just Effect Negation in this deck is more versatile than, for example, a Droll. Yes, a Droll can end turns, but Droll is also a lot more dead sometimes, which is why I prefer the Effect Veiler. Moving on now to the spells. We got triple Signet Mining. This card, I only have praise for this card. This card is insane. Basically gets you, this is your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th copy of Gazelle. If you know, wondering what Signet Mining does, it basically just pitches a card that's cost and gets you a Cyburst monster that is level 4 or lower. So your Gazelle is included there. So actually crazy. And then of course, if you do pitch a Salad, when you add Gazelle, it will trigger the Gazelle. So basically special summon. So crazy card this. Very, very useful for consistency. For other draw cards here, we're actually playing double Pot of Desires. I was playing this at 3, but I cut it to play an Upstart Goblin just because I was drawing 2 a bit too many times. I didn't feel comfortable drawing 2, so I'd rather just draw the Upstart and use the Upstart and draw again. Basically, you're going to want to be using this at the end of your combo if possible, just to draw to more traps and more hand traps and basically just more disruptions. I feel like this card for that is absolutely perfect because once you get through your main combo, all your resources will be in the grave, so you don't really care what you banish. For a Salad spell here, we're playing Double Will. I did bump this up. I believe in my other profile I was only playing 1. I put this up to 2 because this is a really great starter or extender. Of course, I'm not playing that many Salads, but realistically, you're going to be using this and you're going to be having a Salad in the grave just because there's so many ways to get them into the grave. So that is why I'm playing Will. Very, very good card. For the 1 of spells, we got the 1 Call by the Grave. I still think this card, you should play it, because the Ash on the Signet Mining does hurt quite a bit depending on what you discard. And yeah, just very, very useful card. We all know what Call by does. It's that 1 for a reason. 1 of the field spell, of course, you have to play it. This is probably the weakest card in the deck, but is, in my opinion, mandatory to play. Just makes your relinks really, really easily to, you know, you just activate it and let you relink immediately, which gets the Salad's bonus effects. So that is why you should play this card. Sucks when you draw it, but it is what it is. We're playing the 1 Circle. Of course, this is another copy of Gazelle or whatever you need. Always activate this during the draw phase if possible to play around Droll. The deck doesn't really lose to Droll that much, but it's just better to avoid it if you can, if you know what I mean. Yeah, absolutely insane. Konami, please put this to 2 or 3, or the Gazelle. I'm not really picky in which one. And for the last spell, we got the Upstart Goblin. I tried making this deck as consistent as possible for you guys. Salad is a deck, in my opinion, that you should try and build it for consistency because it's very, very good at doing this, what it does, which is just doing the same plays over and over again. It will end its turn with 2 disruptions, and then just build it all up again in the next turn and just outgrind your opponent. That is why the 1000 life point gain, I don't really care about that. It's basically just a free card. That is it for the spells. Now we're moving on to the traps. We got Double Strike. I was playing Triple Strike, but again, I'm going for consistency here. Seeing Double Strike in my hand isn't bad, but I'd rather be seeing a Salad, if you know what I mean. We're playing Double Roar, which is absolutely insane card, just an Omni Negate as long as you control a link, and it resets itself if you do Reincarnation Link Summon, which is beautiful. And of course, the Double Rage. I would play 1-on-1 if you weren't playing Desires, but since I am, you just play 2 of each because, you know, if one gets banished, you at least have another one in the main deck. So Raw is, I mean, Rage is still absolutely insane. If you have the Link 2, it's basically just destroy 2 cards your opponent controls. It doesn't target, which is also very nice. The second one does target, but allows you to blow up your own cards as well. So when you have the artifact scythe set, if you do draw it, you can blow up and then trigger your own scythe that way. So now I'm going to move on to the extra deck. It is still a work in progress here. I haven't got access code, unfortunately, but I will tell you what I'll cut when I do. I'm playing it without access code at the moment because access code is a very expensive card. That is due a reprint in the Megatins, so I did sell my copy. But without any further ado, let's just show the extra deck as is at the moment. I'm playing double YuGiOh. I was going to cut this card, but it does come up a lot more often than you think. Any pesky floodgate you want to get rid of, just go into YuGiOh. If you are under there, can be only one. Make a heater, normal summon. You can make a heater basically by normal summoning an Ash with a Cyburst, which can be any salad. Make your heater, which is a spellcaster. You can revive. Hopefully they have a fire in the grave to revive, which is why you've done this play. Revive, for example, another Ash, which is a zombie, and then go into your YuGiOh, and that allows you to spin away that there can be only one. That's come up before, hence why I know the play. Yeah, double YuGiOh, just basically spinning the backer away and making your opponent's big monsters small, which is, I was going to cut him, but I kept him in for now. For the other Link 3 I'm playing the one transcode talker. I feel like this is mandatory at this point. Allows you to go into access code, etc, etc. Protects from targeting and gives your monsters a boost if they are co-linked, so very nice. The one Nightmare Phoenix here is our other Link 2 fire, so very useful. The fact it's fire actually comes up a lot because when you do bow up a back row, you still have it fire, which allows you to make your salad monsters because they all require fire, so that is useful. For the Link 2s, we're playing the Update Jammer, the Splash Mage. These are the non-salad Link 2s, just very, very useful. Splash Mage just allows you to go into access code from nothing. Update Jammer just makes your access code the OTK because it makes it attack twice, and you chain block its effect with access code that cannot be responded to, so that's very nice. For, you know, your main guy, of course you're going to be playing 3 of him. We all know what Wolf does, just the ability to recycle monsters from the grave and your spells and traps is crazy. He's the main guy of the deck. If this guy goes to anything less than 3, in my opinion, the deck sort of dies. So yeah, crucial card. For the other Link 2, I'm playing the one heater, of course. I've mentioned the play before with heater. Very useful. Sometimes if you just can't open a good hand, just make heater and pass. When they out the heater, you can add your Gazelle. Yeah, not optimal, but it has come up before. For other Link 1s, we've got triple Bailings. It's the only Link 1 you play, the only one you need. It is crazy, protects you from Torrential Tribute, adds you the field spell, and yeah, just, it's Bailings, you all know what it does. For the Xyzers, the one Abyss Dweller, this is where you're going to be going into most of the time with your Parallel Exceeds, and the Mirage Stalio for, you know, because it's back to 1. Even if it goes to 2 or 3, I'd only play 1 of it. It's good, but you don't need more than 1. You can just put it back with Jack Jaguar, etc. Special one from the deck, crazy. And then when it's linked off, it targets a card and returns it to the hand. So absolutely insane as well. So if you do have the access code, guys, which I unfortunately do not, the card I would most likely drop would actually be the Splash Mage. This is the card I would drop because you're playing so many revival cards. You're playing the Transcode, you're playing the Heater. I don't feel like the Splash Mage is that necessary. You can either cut the Splash Mage or you can cut the Heater itself. It's just personal preference. I prefer the Heater. So that is the end of the deck profile, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy my take on the SalamanGREAT Deck Profile. I have been testing it since the last profile. I do believe this profile is stronger than my last profile, but if you haven't seen my last profile, take a look at it. It might appeal to you more than this one. There are more hand traps in that version, but that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.
It's time!